Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Snowboard Pro Camp live YouTube Q&A.
What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are having a great day.
Yeah, so we're going to be on here for the next hour to answer all your snowboard questions. Hit us up with anything that's on your mind, beginner questions, trick questions, board questions for TJ.
Yeah. Let us also know where in the world you're joining us from. It's always great to hear where you guys are at. I'm sure people are popping in from all over.
Yeah, guys, and definitely let us know where you're watching from. And we're here in Whistler. We've had some good days up in the mountain this past week. Hope you guys have been enjoying the videos. TJ, how was it up there today, man?
Yeah, it's a little bit treacherous right now just because we haven't had too much fresh snow recently, but they got the mountain open to midway, so you can actually ski a little bit further now. Some groomers, you can go all the way up to peak, and there's a bunch of snow in the forecast. So next week, hopefully, a bunch more will open. And I heard Whistler Parks is going to be building a jump on Blackcomb next week as well. So
oh, cool. I saw that it was open, yeah.
Oh, the jump. Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a post. They said jumps are open on Blackcomb. That was an Instagram post, yeah.
Dude,
at least one jump.
I wish I would have gone over there today then.
Yeah, did you notice if 7th Heaven Share was open?
I didn't notice. No, I was over on Whistler today all day. Yeah, just riding the peak.
Nice.
Didn't look closely enough over that way, I guess.
Yeah, sweet. And I hope you guys are having a good start to the season, that you guys are getting some snow where you're at, and some of the resorts are opening up. Unless you're in the southern hemisphere, then you got to travel for it.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in. It's also a super chat, so if you guys want to support the channel, hit that super chat button, and it also highlights your question as well, so that we'll definitely get to it.
Yep. Make sure we can see it there.
But a quick shout out to everyone that's on here. We'll throw out a few names. In Motion SLB, thanks for tuning in. Buck Snabes, Therian Victor,
Matthew Scholes from the UK. We got Reggie, Reds Cap. What's up, man? William from University of South Carolina. Nice.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
We also got John Fowler, Ark. And Ark says, already said it once, but heading to Revelstoke in a week and a half. Come meet up. Yo, that's a possibility. Like we want to come to Revelstoke. We want to come check it out. But yeah, we'll check out the weather. And Revelstoke is one of those spots that we can just drive to from Whistler. So if the snow's hitting Revelstoke, then maybe we'll do it.
That would be cool. Yeah. Do you know how the conditions are? Maybe we can catch that in a comment later in the chat.
Yeah, but yeah, we got some snow in the forecast here in Whistler, so gonna make the most of that first for sure.
Definitely.
And Dominic White says Squaw has been incredible so far this year. So much pow. Nice.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, there's definitely been those pockets around North America that have just been getting hammered with snow. It's good to see.
You want to take this one?
Yes, we got Austin. Question for TJ.
Yeah.
Best all mountain for this year. So my choice for the all-arounder is the Arbor Westmark Camber. So that's a true twin, so it's still going to be fun in the park. My kind of more free ride all mountain is the Capita Kazoo. So those are the two that I'm using for kind of that style this year.
And you like the Orca too, but you just haven't had a chance to ride it.
I haven't ridden it yet. Yeah, the Orca right there looks so good. Yeah, Kevin, what about you? You got some good all-mountain stuff going on this year?
Yeah, so far, just the Orca and the Burton Deep Thinker. I've been stoked on both. It's like both boards can kind of do everything, which is a lot of fun. And yeah, they're totally different boards as well. So that's pretty neat to be riding two different boards that have the same purpose, but ride completely different. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And Buck says that they got their Union Team Force whites today. Nice, man.
That's what's up, Buck. Yeah, those are sick. Hopefully you like that Forma ankle strap.
Yeah, good choice there. And we got some super chats. The first one from RJK Gaming says Union Contact Pros or Stratas, park style riding.
I'm still thinking Contact Pros, honestly. The Stratas are great, but the Contact Pros are just going to make it a little bit easier to get those tweaks and things going. So if you're riding mainly in the park and you want to do those pokes and things, I think the Contact Pro is a little more conducive to that.
Nice, more park friendly, yeah. Old Man Shredder with the super chat as always. Shout out, if you guys haven't yet, go check out Old Man Shredder's YouTube channel as well. He's putting up skateboard and snowboard videos.
Yeah.
And so he says, comparison between Deep Thinker and the Orca. Man, that's tough. Actually, sorry, it's easy because they are very different. So I think like the biggest one, first of all, is that the Orca is the volume shifted, so it's that shorter board, and it actually makes it feel like it's a very quick board to turn because of that short length. So it makes it feel just like very nimble, very quick. And then also on the Orca, it's got the what's it called, the C2X profile.
Yeah.
So it's got some pretty like dramatic camber under your feet and then rocker in the middle. And that like really exaggerated camber makes it very responsive whenever you push on those camber points. So it's a very like lively, quick board. Surprisingly quick, actually. Compared to the Deep Thinker, the Deep Thinker definitely feels a bit more stable, I would say, maybe. Like it's a bit of a longer board, so making it stable. And it's also got that the directional camber, so camber towards the back, then the rocker towards the nose. So it feels a bit more predictable as you ride it. It's not like having a lightning bolt under your feet. It's just kind of more of that consistent ride that still has like performance in it. So yeah, very different boards.
Dude, your quiver is so on point right now. Just like 3 epic boards behind you.
Yeah, I'm stoked. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good question, man.
Yeah, shout out Martin.
All right, you want to take the next one, man?
Yeah, let's see. So Malcolm Powder. Can you tell us more about the LibTech factory wax? I noticed my T-Rice Pro dried out real quick with the factory waxed, so waxed after half a day. Yeah, great question, man. So we were actually just talking to some people. What's the name of that?
Underground Tuning on Whistler Main Street, on Main Street in Whistler.
Yeah, so we were talking to those guys, and they were actually saying, you know, the factory wax is more just for storage to kind of prevent the base from oxidizing too much as it's on the shelf and stuff, but you really should wax it before you ride. In the past, I have ridden the factory wax for a few days, and it does slow down pretty quick. But yeah, man, based on that, you know, I think I'm going to start waxing any new board that I get and just try to keep it fast from day one.
Yeah, basically what they're telling us is that some of the brands, because they're trying to be more like eco-friendly, they're putting less of the products into the bases that kind of give it that fresh wax like out of the wrapper feel. And so you actually do need to just wax more boards like before you even ride them now. So, and LibTech is one of those brands apparently.
Yep. Yeah, you know, it's never a bad idea to wax your board. You can't over wax it, so you might as well just enjoy it from day one with fresh wax.
All right, so some more good questions here. Stoked on Photos asks, are you guys making any plans to head out to hit some Alberta hills? Yeah, I think we're like planning on a Banff trip, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, no plans other than that.
I don't know what's even in Alberta that's on our passes. So Banff is on there. Anything else? Maybe just Banff?
That's it.
Cool.
And Calgary with the super chat. And Calgary says, going on my first snowboard holiday to Val Thorens, that's in France, in January. Any tips for things to take you wouldn't really think of taking? Ooh, good one. So you are from the UK. I'm guessing because of the pounds there.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah. What are some things that you want to take that you don't necessarily think? Maybe if you can, like a boot dryer, some kind of like, I used to have a portable boot dryer. It kind of, I burnt out the fuse in it, or like I blew it up when I took it on at one trip, plugging it into an outlet I shouldn't have.
Oh.
But that's something to think about.
Yeah, I mean, the power outlet converters for all your electronics, maybe also like a few maintenance things for your boards if it's going to be like a week-long trip or more, you know, maybe like a diamond stone, gummy stone, wax iron, that type of stuff.
Even a screwdriver, you know, when you're back after a day of riding and you may need or before riding, tightening up your bindings and stuff. So
Screwdriver's huge. Yeah, I think it's always good to just have one in the backpack or at least in your house.
Maybe more than one lens, just in case you get down there and the weather changes and you brought, your sunny day lens and really you need a cloudy lens. Or even just like with layering, sometimes the weather in the mountains changes dramatically. So if you've got, maybe bring just that one extra layer. Sometimes that helps. But I would say too, when you're traveling too, don't bring too many things. Like when I travel, I try to bring like one of each.
One of everything. Yeah. Yeah, I think, layering is pretty critical as well. Definitely have your like outer shell jacket, but be prepared for a warmer day because you never know what the weather's going to be like.
Yeah.
Robert Monroe saying we should play a game of In Your Face for a video someday. That could be fun to incorporate. Maybe once more the hill is open. I've actually never done that, but that could be fun.
So that's where you you go trick for trick, and then the person that loses gets sprayed.
Yeah. It's kind of like skate. It doesn't even necessarily have to be in the terrain park. Like it could be like on natural features or like carving or whatever. So that could be fun.
And Therian Victor wants to know, what's the best snowboard for a beginner? Do you want to just say one each?
Sure.
I like the Capita Horoscope. I think it's a good beginner board. Yeah.
I like the GNU Carbon Credit, but also the Arbor Formula. Actually, I think that's one of my favorites for beginners.
Just do one each.
I know. I'm sorry. I said Carbon Credit, and then I changed my mind. Arbor Formula. Final answer.
David Kissin with the super chat. He says, "Could you do a review on the Solomon Ultimate Ride?"
Yeah, definitely, man. There actually is one on the channel already, but I'd love to get on the new one for sure. Yeah. Solomon boards are a lot of fun. Yeah, I've ridden quite a few at this point. I think, Kevin has as well.
And Rates says, when shredding in Europe, do you guys prefer France or Austria? Wow.
Ooh.
It's pretty tough. Like, we haven't been to many places in either one. There's highlights of each. In Morzine, there was definitely the coolest town that we've ever been to. But Austria, I think, had just bigger mountains. But I'm sure that depending on the resort and the mountain we were at, it's going to change. So
yeah,
we'd love to go back to both, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the history in France where we were in Morzine was pretty insane for sure, like 1500s.
All right, so Therian's getting spoiled today. He says, how cost a beginner? How much does a beginner snowboard cost? So I think you want to spend $300 to $400. I think that's American. I think that's the way to go. Yeah,
looking in that range. Now, we're talking about like brand new, current season snowboards. You could maybe even find like a past season that's still brand new, for even less than that, or around 300.
All right, there you go, TJ. There's a question.
All right, so we got Jason. TJ, would you be down to review a Dupraz? Underground Tuning has them for rent/demo. I've been interested in what that board is capable of. I could be into it, man. I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with that brand, but I think I saw them in the shop when we were in there. Are they like the super like directional kind of free ride powder boards? Those look pretty cool. Yeah, maybe we'll get on one this season.
And Oliver wants to know, any plans to do more touring this season? I know TJ did a vid. We are planning on doing some more touring. I need to pick up my touring setup. So that's like a $1,500 to $2,000 purchase. So going to be looking at that soon. And we'll go and visit Andreas at Comor, talk about touring setups and split boards. So that's something that's in the future for sure. Yeah,
that's something I would really like to do. Even if we just keep it mellow, like I'm all about it. Let's do it.
And Thomas wants to know, when is your trip with David Jones? Yeah, we're going to Japan with David and possibly some other people too. Maybe TJ has more info, but there's a whole crew of us going, and we are going to be in Niseko. We're leaving Vancouver on the 7th, arrive in Japan on the 8th, and then hopefully snowboarding from about like the 9th to the 22nd, 23rd.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome trip. Looking forward to it. Niseko, everything I've seen about Niseko just looks so sick. So no updates yet, but I know for sure like Bo's going to be there. Nirav and Yannick will be there. So it'll be a fun crew.
And Vibe says, thoughts on getting a sandbox helmet? We both ride sandbox helmets. I like it because Sandbox just because it's simple, it's light, the style is nothing crazy. It's just a standard helmet, and yeah, that's why I like Sandbox. Yeah, for those reasons.
Yep, I've been wearing the Classic 2.0 for, I think this is my 6th season. Low profile, looks good, protects your head, good price.
And Riley's got a good point. He says, come to Crystal Mountain, Washington. It's only a 6-hour drive. That's not too bad. And we do want to do some riding in Washington. So maybe if you guys are getting snow and we're not, we'll just hop in the car.
Yeah, we should definitely do some trips this year, even if it's just like for a day or 2 days. Baker's also on the list. I'd really love to get some laps in at Baker. I know Snoqualmie's on our pass as well, so hopefully we'll get down there.
So Colby has a question. You want to take this one, man?
Yeah, so Colby Chavez, thoughts on Burton's Pure Pop Camber? Yeah, it's a solid camber profile, camber dominant. It's going to feel pretty similar to full positive camber, but right as you get close to the end of the end of the tips there, the contact points, it's flat. So that helps a little bit, just make it a little bit more predictable. I think it also helps with locking into rail features. But really, looking at that profile, I would think of it as pretty much like a positive camber profile. So it's going to be more precise, poppy, definitely a good one. Yeah.
So Pure Pop is kind of just their marketing term for a camber snowboard.
Yeah, they do also make a couple of boards like the Kilroy Custom in true full positive camber from contact point to contact point. So the Pure Pop is just a little bit more forgiving as well with those flat zones. A very, very similar profile to what's going on with the DOA actually.
All right, and so Dimitri says, how's Chris doing? We miss him. Yeah, so hopefully Chris will get onto the snow soon. He's been waiting for the conditions to get better, which is understandable.
Absolutely.
Here in Whistler, we don't have the best early season conditions yet. But yeah, check out Chris's Instagram. It's called Chris is Recovering, and he actually just posted a video on there, and he strapped the GoPro 7 to his dog and had full dog view.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It was pretty awesome. So definitely go check out Chris's Instagram page.
And let's see here, we got Finkdaz with a question here about my recent injury. So he says, hey guys, TJ, has your recent injury altered your riding lines so far? So yeah, if you guys didn't see the videos from Dubai, I had a bad fall and had a minor AC separation in my shoulder. Feeling much, much better. Yeah, got the lacrosse ball going, using resistance bands, feeling good. But yeah, it definitely has affected my decisions when riding. Haven't ridden hardly any park at all since then. And yeah, just really trying to take it easy, but I think I'll start getting back to my normal riding soon.
And Ozan has a good question. He says, hey guys, could you give some info about Backcountry Safety Gear? Yeah, absolutely. So the 3 sort of things you need to get for sure is the avalanche probe, shovel, and beacon. So those are all hanging out on my shelf up top. And yeah, so those are the 3 things, but the main actually tool you need is to take an avalanche safety course. So that's going to teach you everything you need to know, give you lots of good practice with your avalanche gear, and just learn from somebody with experience. So if you can take an avalanche course, I would say sign up for one as soon as you can. Pick up all the gear, and then you can also pick up extra stuff too, like the inflatable bag for the backpack. It's a little bit of money, but that's kind of a secondary. First thing, definitely pick up those basics and check out an avalanche course.
Yep. Yeah. Get practicing with that gear too. You got to be able to use it if you need to.
All right. Awesome. Really good questions, guys.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone that's hanging out right now. Good to see you. We got about 230 people, so
sick.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, give this video a like.
Yeah, let's see if we can get these likes up over 100. That'd be sick.
100 likes would be cool. Do you want to take this one, man, from Malcolm?
Yeah, so Malcolm says, what new snowboard tech do you think will be huge over the next 5 years? Oh man, that's a great question, man. Well, I think one of the things that we're already starting to see is the kind of more surfy shapes as far as just snowboard style. So like the Orca is a great example, the War Pig, you got the Party Platter, all kinds of volume shifted options out there. So I think that'll start to become even more prevalent. And personally, I'm hoping for additional contact points to just kind of get improved across brands.
You're supposed to just do one thing.
Oh,
Don't take them all.
yeah. Well, those are the two that I'm going to go with.
All right. So the one that I was thinking of, that's why I said that, is that I think the next thing will be like the multiple contact points, having every board with either the serrated edge, like the Magna Traction, or having like the Arbor style with the grip tech. And yeah, what other marketing terms do they have for those? Like,
yeah, there's a bunch, man. So like Burton calls theirs Frostbite, Never Summer does Vario Power Grip, Yes does Underbite, but the top two right now is the Arbor Grip Tech and the Magna Traction. So I think Yes beefed up their Underbite a little bit this year.
Nice. But yeah, I think those kinds of tech, I can see like just from riding it, it's really awesome to have, and then when you don't have it, you kind of miss it. So I feel like that's a tech that'll be blown up in the future.
There's no real downside either, honestly. Like I've ridden Magna Traction on rails, and like, I mean, it's fine. So why not do it?
And we got some super chats, a few that we've missed here. We're gonna go back, get them all.
Thanks.
So we've got David Kissin says, could you do a review of the already got that one, Salomon Ultimate Ride. And then we got super chat. What's up, guys? Early season hype, Mammoth soon. No plans to ride Mammoth at the moment. We were there last year, loved it, but we want to hit some new spots. So we might hit up Big Bear this year, down near LA there.
So many Mammoth requests. I see you guys been getting snow down there. So yeah, hopefully you guys are having fun.
Take him in.
Yeah, Grant with the super chat. What's up from Hawaii? The board I want is only available in 163 at the moment. I'm 6'1", 200 pounds. Will I be okay? Also, have you ever shredded Banff? It depends on the board, man. I think at 200 pounds, 6'1", you could definitely handle a 163 in most boards I can think of. You could also definitely get away with a smaller board. So depending what your goals are, a larger board is going to be sturdier, more stability, but less maneuverable. So it depends what kind of riding you want to do.
Yeah, it depends on what you want to do. If you're all about carving and just like all mountain riding, then that's a good size. But if you want to take it into the park, if you want to do some jumps and spins and boxes or rails, then you probably want to get a shorter board. So yeah, man, those are the things you want to think about.
And I've never been to Banff or rode Banff. Have you?
No, but I was in Hawaii. You live in a cool place, man.
True. Just recently.
And Ride with the super chat says, new sub to you guys. Love the content. Have you guys tested the Jones hovercraft out there? Have you?
I rode the hovercraft a couple of years ago, and I actually rode the model before they added the spooned nose. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a fun carving board. Rode some POW as well, but I really want to try the new one. It's actually a board that I'm personally kind of fond of because a friend of mine from North Carolina actually was contracted to do the base graphic for the last few years, but haven't ridden it recently. So maybe this year, probably this year.
And Yannick Shred 1904 says, Europe getting lots of snow this weekend. Awesome. That's great to hear. Yeah, same here in Whistler. Some snow coming Sunday.
Love it.
Yeah, already Colorado's gotten a ton and all over the States, but yeah, we're getting it everywhere now.
Time for us.
And Austin says, when's the next podcast out? Yeah, good question, man. So we actually filmed a podcast that got lost because of just problems with like video files and getting corrupted. So we're going to do another one. I think the next time we do a podcast, we're going to do it live. So stay tuned for that. Maybe this weekend we'll get Andreas and maybe Chris together, head into Comore and get a live podcast going. So hopefully soon, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I think the whole live aspect is going to kind of change the dynamic a little bit.
Keep us on our toes.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Take this one, man.
And Wilburley hit Whistler for the first time on Monday and had a blast. Missed you guys coming down the gondola by probably 20 minutes. Bummed. Hashtag ramen fund. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, Monday, that was the day we went down and we did the live chat, like right kind of there in between the two gondolas.
Yeah.
That was a...
Yeah, that was a cold one.
Day.
So that's why today we're in here. The last live chat, my hands were freezing. It's too cold to be outside with the phone because you have to like touch the screen with your bare hands. So, but yeah, man, thanks. I appreciate the ramen front. Oyama Ramen, definitely one of my favorite after snowboarding places for food.
So good. And
yeah, after that live chat, we had like a crew of people all come up and like say hello. And then we went for ramen, so that was really fun.
Yeah.
Sorry we missed you, man.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Jose Bautista on here. What's up, Jose? You're a legend with the super chat. We'll look out for any questions or comments you have.
And Matthew with the super chat, pros and cons for the Burton process. Yeah, so I think some pros on the process is that it's a good all-around kind of freestyle snowboard. It's pressable, but it's still gonna be fun on jumps and have some decent stability and pop for you. At least the Camber version. I know they do make it in Flying V as well. And yeah, Kevin, you rode the process for quite a while as well, right?
Yeah, it's sort of like a good beginner intermediate park freeride board. Yeah, but some of the cons would be it's not great in powder, and I would say it's not like the best board at really high speeds or for big jumps or things like that, because it's a little bit soft and it's not like a real charging snowboard. But if you're like the beginner intermediate park freerider, I think it's a great board. Yeah
I agree, man. Yeah, it's a fun one, freestyle oriented for sure.
All right,
a lot of the questions, guys.
A lot of snowboard questions. Ed Turner, Europe versus the USA. Oh man,
that's a fun one.
I feel like in terms of just pure mountains, I think probably Europe has the edge. It's just so the mountains are so big. Yeah,
the big mountain riding is insane, and they still have very impressive terrain parks out there as well.
I do love snowboarding in the States though, like the resorts, the chalets, the people. And the mountains are still amazing too, so I love snowboarding in the U.S. too, and Canada.
Yeah, I think it's a little easier to kind of travel around the U.S. to get to the different resorts. You don't have to worry about like going to a different country, worrying about currencies or the different cultures too much.
Long flights.
Yeah, any long flights.
And all right, lots of questions about boards. Dollar Straws. We're open in Boise, Idaho. Nice. We beat one of the higher resorts here by 1 day.
Nice. Good on you guys. Yeah, hopefully that's a good sign for your season.
Shout out to Idaho. All right.
Oh,
got some stuff going on here. So super chat, Philly, Pennsylvania. What would you recommend as a good POW and ice board for the ice coast?
Ooh.
An ice POW board. I think the Orca is a great choice. It's got that mix of POW riding and all mountain. The magnet traction makes it very grippy on ice.
Yeah, definitely, be looking at something that has magnet traction or, Arbor's grip tech. Another one that comes to mind for me is the Jones flagship. That one could be a lot of fun as well.
What do you think your top 5 ice boards are?
Top 5 ice boards. Oh man, there's a wide variety, man, but they're all going to be like magnet traction or grip tech. So.
Arbor Westmark Camber,
GNU Headspace, Jones flagship, Orca.
Nice. That's 5.
Yeah. I think that was 4.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, beat me on the numbers game.
And we can go LibTech TRS for the last one.
Nice, yeah.
Malcolm with another super chat here. Thanks for answering my questions so far. I'm off to Val d'Isere in 7 days, and I'm so pumped. Are there any snow forecast sites you find reliable? #pray for snow. Man, usually, honestly, I'm just going to the resort directly and checking their forecast. Especially if you're going to another country, I feel like it's a little different. There was one that I used a lot in Colorado called Ski Tracks. I don't know. I haven't tried that one out in Whistler yet, though.
And we got a super chat from Jesus or from Jesus, and he says, from LA, your channel has helped my snowboarding so much. Watched all beginner trick vids. Heading to Big Bear tomorrow. Thank you guys.
Sick.
Awesome, man. That's good to hear. Glad those trick videos helped you out. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you in Big Bear at some point, maybe this spring.
Yeah, definitely. Have a good time, man. Why are you going Big Bear over Mountain High? Because I think Mountain High is a little closer. I don't know how much though, but both look fun.
Yeah, I think they're both about 2 hours or 2.5 hours from LA.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was looking into it the other day.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I've never actually Google mapped it. I've just always heard that Mountain High is closer.
And we've got, yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in. Thanks for all the likes, 70 likes. That's pretty dope.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys.
And we got a new super chat from Howard. He says, hey guys, thanks for all the tips and tricks over the years. TJ, when you rode the TRS in deeper snow and through the trees, did you set your stance back?
I did not. No, that was centered, man, and it did all right. You know, it's got that rocker dominant profile, offered some decent float. I think, you know, if it was a little bit deeper, it wasn't too deep that day, I probably would have set it back just because that stance is centered. But yeah, the TRS is a great just all around, or even for powder park, all mountain, whatever.
I think if you have any doubts of, you know, if it's a powder day, just definitely set that stance back. Anyway, it's going to make it easier. Unless you're like planning on doing some park or something that day as well, or a lot of switch riding, which can be a thing in powder. But if you're planning on like a pure powder day that you just want to ride and charge, setting the stance back will help for sure.
Absolutely.
Does anybody know what tip that was in the last video? Setting the stance back.
Oh.
Do you know?
I didn't see it yet. No, I saw the preview.
Oh man,
I know. I was on the mountain.
You didn't
man.
watch.
You
didn't
gotta
watch.
Give me a break.
You got like 50 chair laps, or you're just sitting there doing nothing on your phone. You're on your phone the whole time.
God, it's cold out
I
there.
know you. You're on the phone the whole time. You're just like on your phone.
Wrong.
Go for it.
Blake with the super chat just got the Nitro POW.
Nice.
It's a little taller than I thought. It's up to my Adam's apple. Is it too big? Also, what bindings would you recommend for it?
Awesome, man. You got it too big. That's pretty cool.
I mean, what do you think, man? Kevin rode the POW in Japan last year.
If it's up to here, no, I think that's good. It kind of depends on how much do you weigh, Blake? How heavy are you? Because I'm kind of skinny for my height. So if it was up to my Adam's apple, it would probably be a little bit too big for me, but just because I'm a real skinny dude. So if you are a normal sized person or a little bit heavier, then maybe that's the perfect size. And then with what bindings to pair with it, I got the Union Atlas on there. So like a bit more of a rigid binding that just gives you lots of responsiveness through that POW.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great choice, man. And you know, like worst case scenario, you're gonna get more float out of it. So I think you'll be fine, man.
Yeah, Blake, I'm stoked that you got that board. I think you're gonna love it. I really like. Did you get the 2019 or 18? Because the 2019 board is this really cool green color. So if you got that one, that's pretty dope. And if you got the 2018 one, it's that neon sort of orangey pink board, which is just over here.
Yeah, it's cool to see that just like solid color top sheets on the Quiver series. They're pretty good looking.
Yeah, good choice, man. All right. Do you want to take?
I think that might be a fun one for you.
Yeah.
From Carlo there.
Oh, Carlo says, what is the best feature of the Deep Thinker? I think the best feature I like so far is that directional camber, or what do they call it?
The shifted camber.
Shifted camber. There's
Burton
like
might have a different name.
There's
for
a few
it,
different names. Yeah, Camrock. Is that a thing? Is that or is it cam something else? There's like a bunch of different terms.
Yeah.
But the profile is my favorite. That they have like that camber, kind of like a little bit back towards the tail. And with the rocker, it kind of gives you that combination of float and stability. So I think that's the best feature. And AKA Kantha says, who of you two have snowboarded the longest time?
Ooh, I think Kevin's got a few years on me.
Yeah, I'm older, but when did you start? My first year was probably I think I was 15, so 1996.
Mine was 2000.
Okay.
Yep. So close, pretty close.
And on top of that, I've had like 15 years in Whistler, so
I know, yeah.
And it's like in Whistler years, that's like 50 years of riding.
Yeah, I've only been on this big mountain powder tree stuff for like this is my 5th season since I moved to Colorado originally. So, yeah.
But it's cool. It's cool being on a big mountain because it's like each lap is like an entire season back in like on the East Coast or something.
Oh man, yeah. There's just so many more opportunities out here for various types of riding. Oh, Bjorn trying to guess what tip number it was.
Oh, Bjorn, tip 3 or 4. Come on, Bjorn.
You gotta decide.
Wrong.
And we'll let you know.
Those are, I don't want to actually, yeah, I can't give it away, but it's not one of those two, no. All right, sorry guys, just gonna scroll to the bottom, get caught up.
Got some people from Brazil on the chat. What's up, guys?
All right, let's just, Eric Thomas says these guys were born with boards on. Yeah.
Basically.
Who knew? And CyberX, woot. Howdy, you guys. Hope you well. Much love from Oz. Nice. Thanks for watching from Australia.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, shout out to everyone in Europe. I know you guys are staying up late for this, so thanks for staying up. And yeah, over in Oz, I think it's first thing in the morning. So
yeah,
shout out to you guys too.
Yeah, man. Have a great day down in Australia, man.
And Zach says, what's up, Buckhouse? But yeah, everyone's just keep up the good work. Yeah, so other snowboard YouTubers, Jonathan Buckhouse, he's putting out videos like every day from Colorado. Who else is on there? Yeah. Ryan Napton down in Colorado too.
Yep, yeah. Casey Willax, I think I saw he might be going out east soon, but he's been in Colorado.
Casey's in Colorado, yeah.
David Jones has been doing a bunch of surfing.
Surf videos in down in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Matt Miniachi is back on the snowboard vid game.
Back on the daily videos.
I saw that he was at Killington last weekend.
Oh yeah, he did like a video at the Dark Side kind of hike park as well. He's been doing some fun stuff.
Yeah, and then there's also Janice Spiteri is down at Big Bear. She's had a couple of videos out from there as well. So if we head down there, we should try to collab with her. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, shout out all the YouTubers. And there's more too. There's like so many. Like hate to leave anybody out. There's anybody else come to mind real quick? There's the Snowboard Journey. I know that he's putting out some videos. A few people on this channel. Oh man, I can't remember the kid's name for some reason, but the Joe Clark. Joe Clark. Yep. Shout out Joe Clark. Yeah. Who else? Try to give love to all the snowboard YouTubers. If you guys have any snowboard YouTubers that we missed, definitely let us know in the comments here. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. It's a great community we got going on. And Jesus Oliva with the super chat says Mount High might be the move. Okay, nice. I wasn't trying to change your mind, honestly. Like personally, I would probably go to Bear, but yeah, I've never been to either. So I think the Sunday in the parks just make Bear look like so much fun. So I got to head down there. Ooh, E-jump. Does lightweight snowboard give some sort of extra performance, or it's more easy for transportation, or carry on one foot on the lift? Yeah, I think definitely going to be easier to carry around, going to be less weight on your foot. But the biggest thing is that when you're actually snowboarding it, I think it's just easier to whip the board around and make it do what you want to do. That's the biggest advantage in my opinion. Nice. What do you think? Light snowboards? Yeah, I think it just makes it more maneuverable in terms of like under your feet. Like, yeah, it's just, I don't know, just makes it, adds to the performance. It doesn't necessarily make it a better board. It could be lighter because there's less, it still matters like what's the board's built like from, and definitely all the tech that goes into it. So the lightness of the board is kind of like a bonus, I think. I think, yeah, for the most part, like generally speaking, then you have like the outliers, like the Jones Carbon Flagship, where it's like still a super beefy, very, solid board, but it's lightweight just because of the materials, but it's also like $1,000. So I think if you're buying that board, you already know what you're doing. And Old Man Shredder with another super chat, and he says, should you cut a swallowtail in my older ripcord for POW? Could be a fun project. How to seal the cut? I think you should do that. That would be cool to see. I think you definitely should do that. Absolutely, man. That sounds awesome. There's probably a bunch of videos on YouTube showing how to seal it. I've never actually looked into that, but I would imagine like some kind of marine epoxy or something. But yeah, I don't know how you would seal it, but I think cutting it out would be really cool. There's definitely a way, because like people do homemade split boards and stuff. So there's,
I would maybe look up how to do a homemade split board, and just however they seal that inner wall, just do the same thing for your swallowtail and be good to go.
You got a POW board.
Yeah, definitely follow up. Let us know how that goes, man. That sounds awesome.
And Guy Brugman with this with the question: DOA, free thinker, or evil twin? All mountain twin tip.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
yeah.
I'd go with the DOA. That's the one I bought. So that's my recommendation.
Dude, I just wanted to let you say it first. But yeah, I would go for the DOA as well. It's a tough call on the other two, but I think that the 3BT on the Evil Twin isn't, I think you might appreciate the more solid feel on the DOA for all mountain stuff. And it's a little stiffer than the Free Thinker too, so.
And NGen with the advice, he says, old man, close it with epoxy. Nice, good.
There you go.
Nice tip there.
NGen, shout out NGen.
And Keanan says, how tight is too tight for attaching base plates to a board? Yeah, you don't want them. If you over tighten, you can definitely over tighten.
You can.
And if you over tighten, it's almost like if you need to make any adjustments, then you can't get those screws tight. You might strip the tops of the screws, trying to either tighten them or loosen them.
I've actually seen people over tighten to the point where they've started to push the screws out to the base, like not through the base, but you see a little kind of bump on the base. You'd have to really, really over tighten it to do that. But yeah, usually what I do is just tighten it, like if you're using a regular, just Phillips number 3 screwdriver with a pretty solid grip until my hand starts slipping, and then I don't go tighter than that, and that seems to work pretty well.
Yeah, I think if you give it that snug, just tighten with your hand, not using like power tools or anything, and you check it every once in a while when you go riding, then you should be good.
Yeah.
Especially if you have if you've got 4 screws in there, you'll be solid.
Yeah, exactly.
Malcolm says 5 more likes for 100. Come on, everyone.
Oh, thanks,
Nice,
Malcolm.
man.
Yeah.
Thanks. Teamwork there.
97, 3 more likes.
And Cust Boy says, do you have any new tips for when your feet are burning? Yeah, if your feet are burning, just maybe give them a rest. You can loosen up the bottom half of your boot. I find that sometimes when my feet are hurting or burning, if I loosen off the bottom section, keep the top section of the boot more tight for support, it can just kind of give your feet a break.
Yeah, that's really all you can do is just give your feet a break, man. Sometimes I'll try to like wiggle my toes if I can and just get any movement going in there. That helps a little bit, but really just take a 5-minute break.
And Patrick, hey, from Germany, would you recommend the Orca for riding through the resort and groomers or only for powder? I think it would be really fun on the resort and groomers too. The last day I was riding it kind of half the time on groomers, and it was so much fun. So I think it does really well in both.
Oh yeah, it's got that width for carving, man. Can lay that thing over.
And David says, hey, Kevin, thanks for the second beanie and bonus stickers. The kid loves them all. Awesome.
Nice.
So stoked that you guys got that, David. The beanies are sold out, but hopefully getting some more soon. It was an interesting experience. We had this postal strike in Canada, which made shipping stuff kind of a nightmare. But I think everyone's gotten their beanies and stickers and everything, and sent out some bonus stickers for people that had to wait a bit longer. So thank you guys all for picking up those, and stoked that you guys got them, David.
Yeah.
And Cougar wants to know, when are you gonna see Kevin rip the DOA in the park? It's a little bit slow here in Whistler getting the park set up. I think today they just got the first jump built. So once we get a decent rideable park, I'll be in there for sure. Can't wait.
Yeah, I think within the next week or two, the park will be totally different. Like literally this opening week, they've done a great job. They got something set up for us, but it's just been like kind of down tubes, really mellow features, and it's a hike park as well. So yeah, it's been pretty firm out there as well. So we've been staying out of the park for now.
And yeah, thank you guys for getting us to 125 likes. So close to 130 too. So close.
Oh man, honestly, I think we'd get to 200. We still got 241 people on the stream right now.
But only 5 to 130. It's so close.
Oh man.
All right. So Robert says, do you guys ever have snowboard giveaways? I love your guys' boards. You know what? We would do more snowboard giveaways, but it's so expensive to ship snowboards. I think the last time I shipped a snowboard, it was to Europe, and it cost me like $200 to ship it.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's like, yeah, because it's an international community. Like if someone in Japan wins or who knows where, you gotta, snowboards they're bulky, they're heavy.
Yeah, what if we're shipping boards to like South Africa or like somebody wins and the winner's from like Egypt? The shipping cost is just insane. So we would definitely do more giveaways like that, like of those big items. But yeah, and also if the board gets lost, the person is going to be upset. It's like, where's my board?
Yeah, and it's not like we got a backup. You're like, oh, here's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't do like those big giveaways. But yeah, hopefully get some more. When I get some more beanies in, I'll definitely do a beanie giveaway for you guys.
Nice.
You want to take this one, man?
Yeah, so we got a super chat here from Proudy. Hey, Kevin and TJ, love the channel. Are you guys running the custom footbeds, and are they worth it if you don't get to the mountain that often? Peace from down under. Actually, right now I have drop-ins in my boots, so they're still, it's not the stock footbed, but I think I'm gonna try out those customs in my new boots soon. But I haven't yet this season since Australia.
Yeah, I think the custom footbeds, it's if you feel like you need them, I would definitely pick them up. If you don't have any problems with foot pain, then you could probably get away without them. And then, on top of that, if you don't go very often and you don't have foot pain, then you're probably good. But if you do have foot pain and you only go like once every couple weeks, I think it would still be worth it because it's going to make those days that you do go just more enjoyable.
Definitely.
So it's kind of like depends on every person. Everyone's got sort of different things going on. But if you feel like you need them and you can afford it, I would definitely give them a try.
Yeah, and as a bonus with those customs, when they're, when you're not riding, you can throw them in your shoes. I actually have mine in my shoes right now, and I've been enjoying that, but not in the boots recently.
All right, so we got some advice here too on a trip for going to Niseko from NDW. For the trip to Niseko, you guys must go to Anupuri. All right, we'll remember that. Gate 1, Gate 2, Gate 8, and Gate 7. Super fun.
What is that? I'm about to take a picture of this.
You want to take a screenshot?
Yeah, let me just...
All right. Nice. Thanks for the advice, man, for Japan.
Japan. We'll be hearing a lot of that, probably.
And we got another question. Do you think indoor snowboarding is a good thing to do in the off season? For sure. If we had an indoor slope here in Whistler, I would definitely be hitting it up once or twice a week, all off season long.
Is there anything better that you could do in the off season? I don't know, man. I've really enjoyed all the indoor slopes that we've went to. A lot of people ask like, why would you travel there to do that when you can go on a mountain? But it's just cool to see like what can be available year round. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I wish there was an indoor trampoline place here too. Like we had one down at Bounce and Function Junction here in Whistler, and unfortunately it closed. But that's like a huge thing to have for off-season training as well.
Definitely.
And Phineas says, favorite run at Mammoth. I don't really know the names of the runs there, but I would say that the most favorite run that I had was that, I think it was like the second last day, and we did that tree powder run.
Yep. Underneath
chair, like 15 or 16, one of those chairs.
Yeah, one of those, and then I think, that was probably my favorite run as well. Also, the zone, I think it's off chair 12 or 13. A little bit closer, you can do a fun little hike up, and there was like a fun little windlip zone.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool, too.
The hike with the windlips, I think that was above like chair 15, maybe.
Can't remember the numbers, man.
Awesome, guys. Thanks for all the questions. Trying to get to as many as we can. Almost at 150 likes. Thank you guys so much. And What do we got going on here? Oh no, Daniel Z is bummed that Bounce closed. Yeah, sorry to break the news, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And Dan says, what's your advice on Japan? First time headed there in February. Cheers. Cheers. Yeah, advice for Japan. I would say the first tip would be to bring a powder board, like a true powder board for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, try to prepare as much as you can ahead of time. Just as far as like where you're going, what, like maybe even look into like food options and stuff like that. Definitely how you're going to get around, because once you're there, there is some things in English, but most everything's in Japanese. So that can make it a little bit harder as well.
Yeah, some advice too would be like once you get there, it's like a lot of the transportation is by shuttle. And taxis are pretty expensive. So stuff like the trains are they're very fast, on time, efficient, convenient. So like getting around Japan is pretty easy. But then once you get to the resort, yeah, it's like they'll find out what the shuttle schedule is so that you can sort of get to the mountain easy. And then if you have to, taking a taxi is a little bit more money. So that's something to be aware of. Or you can always rent your own car. That's an option too. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, we didn't, and one other thing, we didn't actually use this last time, but there's something called a pocket Wi-Fi you can keep on you if you want to like stay connected to the internet and not have to worry about figuring out where Wi-Fi is. That could be a cool option. I think for this trip, I'm going to try to look into SIM cards, but if that's not available, then we'll do the pocket Wi-Fi.
Yeah, definitely, guys. If you're traveling, I recommend just picking up a SIM card. You can, when we land in Australia or New Zealand, we can pick up a SIM card from $20 for the month or up to like $100, depending on what you need.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to do the roaming overseas data, which can really kill your phone bill.
Yeah, it's super convenient. You never know when you're going to need to pull up Google Maps or maybe use a translator or something. So it's good to have.
All right, so you want to take this one?
Yeah, so we got Cole Davis. Hey guys, love the channel. Just bought a Ruroc helmet and I plan on buying a new board soon. Any general tips? And can you really notice that much of a difference between different types of boards?
Oh, big time, Cole.
Dude,
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's pretty crazy. I think if you're just getting into snowboarding, actually, even when you're just getting into it, you really notice it. Like when I was just getting in, I remember I had really stiff boards all the time. I think that was just the trend in the late 90s, early 2000s, was to have like the stiffest board possible.
Me too.
And then once you got into like some of the more softer boards and some of the rocker boards, you totally notice the difference. So yeah, it makes a big difference, really.
Absolutely. And as far as tips go, I would say, if it's your first board, maybe try to go something that's, you can kind of do everything with, something that's more twinish, not too specific in either way. Or if you do know what you want, maybe look at something more specific to your goals. So depending on what level you're at, man.
And so Joseph says, hey, from Scotland. What's up, Joe in Scotland? Awesome, man. And Simon says, I'm 12. Should I rent a board from the slopes or should I buy a board? I think Christmas is coming up, man. See if your parents will get you a board for Christmas.
Yeah, man. I got my first snowboard ever when I was 12. I was renting and borrowing gear up until then. So
yeah,
I still have it too. So yeah.
Find out how much the rental is, do some math, see how much, if you go, say, 10 times snowboarding, how much the rental is going to cost in total with boots and bindings, and then see how much you can get a new board set up for, and then go to your parents and say, hey, Mom, Dad, if I buy a snowboard, it costs me $300, it'll be mine, it'll last 2 or 3 seasons, or we can rent, and it's going to cost me this much, and they're just going to be so impressed that you got all that organized, and they'll say, good job, son, we'll buy you a snowboard.
Yep, definitely. Yeah. Pull it out to a couple of seasons to get those numbers up a little bit.
And Pierre says, how do I land a jump? I have a hard time sticking the landing. Do you have any tips for landing a jump, TJ?
Man, I think the biggest thing, one thing I like to do on landing jumps where I feel like there's going to be a big impact is to dip my tail down. That can help minimize that impact and kind of help just kind of roll down onto the snow and make it a little bit of a softer landing.
What about somebody who's never even landed one jump yet?
I think the biggest thing is just about trying to land with your weight centered and going focused on traveling with your shoulders in the direction you're trying to ride out. So that way you're not, heel sliding. You're not worried about catching your edge or anything. You're just landing, going straight.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with landing a jump is actually in the takeoff. So if your landing is real sketchy, then maybe your takeoff is a bit unbalanced too. So make sure that you're rocking up to the takeoff with like your shoulders and hips square to your snowboard and knees bent and just like looking over your shoulder, and so that everything is like lined up. And then also like when you pop off the lip, try to pop nice and even too, because if you have a level pop, then you should be level in the air, bend those knees, and then you should have a level landing. So
that's huge.
Really focus on the takeoff and just trying to make that stable and level.
Yeah, Liam Mangs had a good tip too. He said, don't panic with speed. So yeah, just anticipate, the speed that you're coming off the jump with, you're going to be landing and riding away with the same amount or maybe even a little bit more speed. So just be prepared for that too.
Yeah, and if you're panicking with the speed, then maybe like get out, ride, and just get comfortable riding with a bit more speed just on the runs.
Yeah.
So that'll just prepare you for having to have a bit more speed. And start small. Start in those small jumps.
Definitely start small.
And Paul O with the $10 super chat. Thanks, Paul. He says, Kev, sorry Vail got rid of guest Wi-Fi at Whistler Blackcomb. It's too much of a liability on Vail's network with BitTorrent, etc. If illegal activity occurs, an ISP can shut down Vail's network locally or Vail-wide.
Holy.
Oh, interesting to know.
That's
wow.
good to know, yeah.
Thanks for that info.
Yeah, I wonder... I didn't check when I was in Colorado if the Wi-Fi was still going, so that is unfortunate to hear. You would think that they would have some kind of solution to that.
Why can't they fix that? Because I know like a lot of places you have to log in. Say if you go to the airport, you got to log in with your email or whatever it is. And is there any way to fix that, Paul? What's going on with that? Because we need some Wi-Fi up there.
Yeah, man, we want to be doing these live chats in the lodge.
Like I know most people don't need Wi-Fi. They can get up there and like check their emails or post it Instagram, whatever. But we need it. We really need it.
Yeah.
Especially we're doing those live, the live chats up top.
Yes, yeah, we don't want any more lag happening on these.
Yeah, Paul. So if you have any fixes for that, but yeah, awesome information. Good to know that, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
And he answered it with the super chat, so that's pretty cool.
Hero status. Thanks, Paul.
So James says, guys, what's the best way to own one of your beanies? So right now mine are sold out, but you guys can pick up some beanies from TJ.
Yeah, I'd be super stoked if you guys check them out. So it's boardarchive.com/shop if you want to check them out. I'll also have links on my Instagram that I'm actually going to be posting the next couple of weeks, probably pretty often. So yeah, we got black, we got white. I'd be super stoked if you guys check them out. Limited quantities, so yeah, get them while you can.
Potato Bug says, can you give me tips for powder? It's my birthday. Oh, awesome. Happy birthday, Potato Bug.
Happy birthday, dude.
Yo, powder tips, you just got to go watch the last video. There's like I was like racking my brain trying to come up with the 5 most solid powder tips, and I put them all into that video.
Great timing for that question.
Hey, let's see, TJ, 5 powder tips.
5?
What would be your 5?
All 5?
Yeah, you got this. What do you think?
Okay.
What do you think when you ride powder?
Okay, so when I'm riding powder, the biggest thing on my mind is keeping the nose floating. So like say if I'm on I'd say, okay, tip 1, get on a board that's conducive to riding powder if you can. Whether you are or not, you want to try to keep a little bit more weight on your back leg, or be ready to do that if you need to poke that nose up. I also think there are situations, maybe if you're going through trees, where you almost want to do the opposite, if you need to make the tail real swivelly. Let's see, what else? On drops, if you're on a powder board, maybe you can land more with your weight centered. Land with your weight centered or back. Definitely can't be landing forward. I don't know, man. You can't put me on the spot for 5 tips live.
What about planning your line?
Planning your line is huge, definitely, especially if you know there's going to be flatter terrain coming up. Make sure you know how to get through there without losing your speed.
Ride with speed.
That's kind of.
Well, you gotta ride with more speed through POW for sure, right?
You do.
keep that nose up. You already covered that one. Yeah, you got the first
Should have
one.
watched the video, man. I would have been ready.
Yeah, you nailed most of them. All right, so Liam's got it. 1, speed. 2, nose up. 3, sit back a little. Yep. 4, paddleboard. Yep. 5, play the line.
Okay.
And yeah, bonus one too is, well, really important one is like ride with friends too, because when you're riding with, like, especially in powder or trees, there's always like hidden obstacles, especially in trees actually, with like tree wells. So ride with your friends, stay together, keep an eye on each other, have like a call, like if you kind of get lost a little bit, that you can yell out some kind of call and know where your friends are.
Yeah.
But definitely stay within like looking distance of each other.
Try to stay visual distance, or if not, definitely within earshot so you can call each other. And Jen, with another tip that I definitely would back is if you're on a twin, set your stance back. We were talking about that earlier.
Set that stance back, yeah. Actually, yeah, when I used to teach snowboarding too, I'd have like, say, a group of 5 students, and then so I would pair everyone up and somebody would pair up with me, and so that when we were riding through the powder, it's like you never lost your partner. So that was a perfect way. But yeah,
Definitely.
stay safe out there, guys. Awesome. So thank you guys for joining the live chat. I think we're going to call it there. It's been an hour. Shout out to everyone that did the super chat. You guys are legends. Thanks so much for helping support the channel. And yeah, thanks to everyone else for tuning in too. You guys killed it, helping to grow the channel with the likes and with the comments.
Definitely.
So yeah, we're going to try to like just put out as much good content for you guys this year as possible. If you guys have any video requests, just ask below the videos. We're going to make, a mix of like tutorials, vlogs, gear reviews, really kind of videos, live chats,
Yeah.
just a bit of everything
yeah,
for you
all kinds
guys.
of stuff.
So let us know what you guys want to see, and travel vlogs, and just to kind of, if anyone wants to learn to snowboard, we just want to help bring everyone into snowboarding and get as many people snowboarding as possible. That's definitely the goal.
That's the goal, yeah. Sorry, I got pulled into the super chat while you were going over some of that.
Yeah.
So Paulo said, unfortunately, no fix. We discussed this with our VP. An option is to use resort-based hotels' public Wi-Fi, if available, there in a separate network.
Nice.
Cool. All right, that's definitely a solution for sure.
Nice, man. Yeah. Paul, hook us up with the marketing for Vail. We're doing more marketing than the entire marketing team. We got everybody snowboarding at your resorts.
Yeah, we're going all over too. It's not just one.
Awesome, man. Yeah, it's sick. That's good to know, Paul. And we can make work. Maybe we'll ask the staff there if they can hook us up with the staff password.
Oh, because there's got to be staff Wi-Fi. Like there is Wi-Fi, just it's private. So
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for all the super chats, guys, and thanks for all the great questions. It's been awesome hanging out today.
Yeah.
And,
Sweet guys. Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next one soon.
Peace out, guys.